Welcome everyone to the fourth week of the Business Management Capstone class. During this video, I'll be covering the assignments that you will be working on this week and the results from Globus from last week. As always, I post a weekly announcement. Let's go ahead and click on the weekly modules content area on the left-hand side. I'm going to click on the week 4 chapter 2 folder. As stated in previous videos, we have the same structure. We will always begin with the learning objectives for that week. Then the assignment summary, which will be obviously watching this video. Reviewing chapter 2, reviewing the PowerPoint for chapter 2, reviewing the Learn Smart documentation, the student quick tips and best practices if you have not done so already. And for the assignments, you will have your course participation, the Scoreboard, which is on collaboration, the Chapter 2 Learn Smart, the Globus decision for Year 6, a Globus Year 6 report, which is new, which I will cover, and the quiz for Chapter 2. So let me go ahead and scroll down. Here we have the Module 4 course content information, which is your PowerPoint for Chapter 2, the key financial ratios, the Learn Smart information, and the Globus simulation documentation. Next, we have the course participation collaboration discussion board. By this point, teams may be struggling with collaboration among your team members. Well, that's why I have this assignment. To give everyone a chance to review some videos and to determine is really the collaboration issue within yourself, within your team members, or maybe both. The goal here is within step 1, you should review at least several of these videos, if not all, if you have an opportunity. In step 2, you want to provide an initial post within the discussion board for these questions, such as what area of collaboration do you feel that you need to improve most? What was the biggest takeaway from the videos? What did you learn that may assist with your team being successful this semester? What collaboration tools will be used to make your virtual team more effective? And if your team is currently struggling with communication, how can you improve this situation? And then, of course, step 3, once you create your initial post, you must make a comment on at least 2 other posts. Which from last week's discussion board, it seemed like everyone did a great job with their comments. They were detailed, they weren't just great job, I agree. So keep it up. So moving on, we have the Chapter 2 Learn Smart. You'll be reading the e-text and answering questions as you go along. Then you want to complete the Chapter 2 quiz. And next, what we have is the Globus Simulation Year 6 report. I highly suggest to complete the Year 6 report before completing the Year 6 decisions. Now, that's not saying that you cannot just go ahead and start working on the decisions. Yes, of course, you may, but I think it's very helpful if you complete the Year 6 report first, because then you can kind of have a guide to go by to make your decision off of. So the reason why we're doing the yearly reports now, starting with Year 6 all the way through 15, is I want you to start analyzing your decisions, not just simply making them. Anybody can go and make decisions, and you might get lucky, and you might do decent, and maybe you're not last place, but maybe you're 7th or 8th, and just kind of treading water. Well, I want to make sure every team is understanding their strategy, the outcome of that strategy. So each week you will have a yearly report. As you can see, there is a rubric that goes along with it, so you can review that if you have any questions with the point system. So we have questions such as within this yearly report is, where are you now? Is your company in good, average, or weak competitive position? The next one's like, where do we want to go? What goals do you have for your company? So on and so forth. And the last category is, how are you going to get there? And it has some sub-questions within there. So this is what I want to stress about the yearly report. Like the title says, it's a report. It's not Q&A, meaning that you don't just answer these questions one by one saying, okay, the very first one says, where are we now? And you type on your paper, where are we now? Question mark. And your answer is, we're doing pretty good, blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, that's not really a report. That's just Q&A. Because then the next thing you would do is just put, okay, well, does your company appear to be in sound financial condition? Question mark. And then you would just answer that. That's not a report. A report would basically be able to answer all these questions within more of a paragraph format than just a Q&A, question and answer. Last semester, it took most teams a while to kind of grasp that concept. Keep in mind, it should be a report, meaning that I should be able to just read the report, and within that report, I would find the answers to all these questions. The report should be professional. It should have a nice cover page within the report. The report just should look professional all the way around, from the first page to the last page. I would say I probably stress more of the look of the report as I'm grading than almost the content within it. I really want everyone to get used to creating really nice reports. So if you say, well, do you have examples? Yeah, I have tons of them from last semester that I'm not showing you, because I don't want you to just copy the examples. That's not good. It's a very easy concept. You will be answering these questions within a report, not just putting the question and then the answer to each one. Okay? So I think it'll probably take you a few weeks to get the hang of it. Now, with that said, every team that made a good attempt last semester, they did well on each report. And I just would make comments like, I want to see this next time, I want to see that next time. So don't be fearful of, okay, you're going to get a 50 on this first report. No, if you do a great effort, nice cover page, every page within the document looks professional, you address, or I should say you answer all these questions within your report, then you're good. Should be no big deal. And then, of course, I only need one team member from each team to submit it within the Global Simulation Year 6 report link. And then last but not least, then we have the Global Simulation Year 6 decisions, which hopefully by now everyone's well aware how to accomplish this. Make sure you're working with your teams. I've had a lot of great questions via email and telephone and Adobe Connect sessions, so keep that up. Don't hesitate to reach out.
Here we have the Year 7 scoreboard. Now, if you recall, when I went over the Year 6 results, I kept on saying Company B, Company B, Company B. But as you can see now, they dropped to third place. Company F clearly took the lead, gained 16 points from Year 6 to Year 7, and now has a weighted average score of 107. Then you have Company E at 103, they gained 6. Company B actually dropped 8 points. Then you had Company D that dropped 5. Company A dropped 13. Company C dropped 15. And Company G dropped 59. So thankfully, these are just practice rounds, because if not, I'd have extremely high concerns for Company G dropping 59 points. I have never seen a weighted average score of 12 before. So clearly, the team isn't talking because maybe someone's making changes that they shouldn't be within a simulation, because I've never seen that score at 12. Next, we have the game-to-date scoreboard. Then again, Company F is leading the charge with the overall game-to-date score of 110. You have Company E at 105, B at 103, D at 99, A at 95, C at 91, and again, G at 17. Thankfully, these are just practice rounds. I do not want to see a score of 17 once we start the true Year 6 for Module 4. That would definitely be unacceptable. So, Company G, you really have to get going here. So let's go ahead and look at the earnings per share, return on equity, and stock price. So for Year 7, Company F actually had best in industry at 3.37. This time, not everyone met expectations. There's only a few of you who did, which would be B, D, E, and of course F. Company G is now minus 1.78, so they have a long way to go. Luckily for them, we start all over with Year 6, but don't make the same mistakes over again. Return on equity, again, Company F, best in industry. Everyone met expectations except Company G. Company G, I know I said it many times now, but you have to definitely do way better than this. At this point, it would lead me to believe you don't even know what you're even up to, and having reviewed the global simulation, because you should never be at negative numbers. Stock price, great job. Company F again, fantastic. You're leading the charge. Everyone else met expectations, of course, except Company G. Next, we have the credit rating and image rating. Credit rating, everyone got an A or A minus except Company G, C minus. By far, that is the lowest I've ever seen within the simulation, a C minus. I still believe that maybe there's one team member that's making changes who really don't know what they're doing yet at this point. So the entire team should be communicating with each other about the changes that are being saved. Image rating. Company A has the best image rating. I've been saying Company F for every other category, but now Company A has the best image rating at 85. Everyone else is meeting expectations except Company G. So let's go ahead and jump to the competitive reports. I will only focus this video on North America. Of course, you should be addressing all the different regions. So if I quickly scan North America for the AC camera segment for price, the average is $345. If you notice, Company G went for a price of $650. As you can see, this makes absolutely no sense, being the next lowest price will be $340, so almost half. And if you look at the PQ rating, they have a 5.7 with $340 price range, and Company G has a $650 price with a PQ rating of 2.9. Right there tells you everything you need to know why they're as low as they are. Why would they sell in cameras at $650 when I could buy it for $340 and it's better PQ rating? So I'm not going to go over this line by line, but obviously you should be familiar with this by now. These are the reasons why you want to. Just simply the price and PQ rating tells a lot of the story. You can look at the brand reputation, you could look at the warranty period, so on and so forth. So let's go ahead and glance at the drone segment. So price again. Company G has a $2,400 price range with PQ rating of 2.1, by far the lowest PQ rating, and they have the highest price. Clearly, that doesn't make any sense. If they're going to have a PQ rating 2.1, the price better be around $800, right? Then again, I'm not going to go over all of these different options. You should be aware of them by now, but you absolutely need to be using these reports to gain the advantage over your competition. If you are struggling, I am here for you. We can always set up another session and I can assist you if necessary. That is no problem whatsoever. That concludes this video. I hope everyone has a great day.